Greetings, Internet friends. Welcome to another episode of the Synergy Café online show featuring speaker, entertainer, close-up illusionist, and marketing alchemist, Magic Brad. It's the Internet lifestyle show about career, finance, relationships, spirituality, and wellness. We're moving the online chatter over to real-life activity. And now, please welcome your host of Synergy Café, Magic Brad.
Hey Internet friends, Magic Brad, Synergy Café and the Synergy Collaborative, and here for another interview. This is the second one today, and I've got a new friend that I just pulled up, and his name is Paul DeBlassie. Is he there?
Yes.
He's there,
Brad,
yay.
right.
We got good sound, we can hear, we can see. It's almost like being in real life, but you're in New Mexico.
New Mexico in Albuquerque, exactly.
Whenever I hear Albuquerque, I always think of Bugs Bunny.
Bugs Bunny, all right.
I should have took a right turn at Albuquerque.
There we go. Lately, we've been thinking about balloons in the air and autumn weather and leaves turning, and the air is crisp and chilly and wonderful.
That's right, that hot air balloon festival thing that's out there.
That's right. That's right.
We do one over here, but it's not as big, I'm sure, as what you've got going on.
Oh, boy, it's huge here. Mm-hmm.
So, Paul, when I do these, I do them kind of fast, so we don't want to take people's valuable time because they've only got 24 hours in a day, and I always say that, but it's true. We got one thing in common. We got limited time.
Right.
So I just ask, who are you, what do you do, where do you do it, how do you do it, when do you do it, and we find out why you do it. So first is, who are you? Married, kids?
Yes, I am a husband of 40 years. Kate and I have been married 40 years. She is an artist and art historian. We have 4 grown children, 2 artists and 2 writers. And by profession, I am a psychotherapist and writer. I treat patients who are in emotional and spiritual crisis, and I write books. My first novel, The Unholy, was published recently, and or a few years back, a couple of years back, and my specialization is psychology and spirituality.
Okay, well, so you kind of overlapped on there. I was going to ask you, what do you do? But that's what it is. You're a writer.
Mm-hmm. I am. I'm a therapist and writer. Right.
Got it. So where do you do your work? You do things online, or do you have like an office that people come to you, or a pager where they call you and ask, I got issues, will you write about it?
Right. I practice depth psychotherapy in uptown Albuquerque. I have an office. I've been in practice 35 years. And I also have blogs, my website. So people contact me. They're individuals who are in emotional and spiritual crisis. Then they come and see me in uptown Albuquerque. And we do some healing work together.
So you do some online stuff too then?
I will have some initial consultation in terms of talking with the person, and maybe if we've already done work together, I'll do some brief dream consultation online, but otherwise it's face-to-face.
Okay, good to know, good to know. Mm-hmm. And then I'm always kind of curious, like, do you have like regular office hours, I'm assuming?
Yes, I do. I see patients Monday through Thursday. I start at 7, end up about 5:30, and then Friday through Sunday I write. And then I write, and I'm with my family, and I'm a grandfather too, which is exciting, and have a good time of it.
Okay, my clock is going off. It's 11 o'clock here, so we're going to have 11 bongs, but there's some authenticity. It's the real deal. This is real life.
Right,
we're not going to edit nothing out here.
Yes, that's good.
So the one thing I want to know is, are you like an AM guy or a PM guy? I when I wake up, my mind is racing, and then at night when the sun sets, I'm kind of like done. Are you an AM guy or a PM guy?
You know, I love AM and PM. I don't know. I've been asked that before.
You
I don't
both?
know. I'm up early. I never have a hard time getting up. I enjoy sleeping, and I really enjoy dreaming because that's I help patients with that, and I live that out myself. But the night has its own quality of enjoyment, and my energy doesn't go down. It just sort of mellows out at night, and in the morning I'm sort of up and tweaked and ready to go, and I do get mellower come the PM though, and then I'm ready for sleep.
So
Yeah.
dream work, do you know that, what's that guy's name? Robert Moss?
Robert
No.
Musk. I don't know his work, but I do. I've been doing dream work for almost 40 years. Yeah. Dreams speak to us. They spill the beans on what's happening in our life, and they help us to heal up. And as we learn their language, we discover real powerful pathways of transformation and healing.
Yeah, I'm one of those people that don't really recall my dreams, but just recently I've noticed that when I wake up in the morning, I think I'm dreaming because I start thinking of some bizarre things. Like,
Yeah.
like frogs on a roller coaster. I start thinking that stuff. So that's probably in a dream state when I wake up.
Right. You're in a liminal space still, a transitional space between waking and dreaming, and it's coming from your unconscious mind.
That's
Sure.
pretty wild. I have to figure out how to maximize that because I think weird stuff, and then as I wake more, my mind starts thinking about business and how can I implement stuff. So maybe I'll start a theme park for frogs. No,
Well, something, and maybe you kiss those frogs and they'll turn into a fairy princess or something.
the wife would get upset.
Okay.
Careful. Let's see. Another question. So, just right into it. Do you have anything coming up? Any projects or any books or anything
Yes.
that you're releasing?
As I said, The Unholy has been completed now. It's been out a couple of years, my first novel, and that was about the dark side of religion and a young healing, a curandera, a medicine woman's quest for spiritual freedom and her encounter with evil incarnate. So that book has been done. It's been out there a while, and I have a new project coming out in the next few months called Goddess of the Wild Thing. And it's a new supernatural thriller, and it's about love and whether bad love is better than no love at all. A woman's struggle and discovery that love is a wild thing.
I need to connect you with or get your book for my wife. Just this morning, she was saying that she did pulled some cards and stuff. She's a shaman and business
Uh-huh.
coach, and she pulled some cards about her old wild self.
Oh
So
yes,
that's
yes. This
interesting
is
that comes together.
all of my writings really tie into shamanic psychology, and this coven of women is represented in each of the books, and it certainly is in Goddess of the Wild Thing. And these women, who are shamanic women, are learning that love is indeed a wild thing.
I will get you connected on
Uh,
Facebook with her, and maybe
oh,
we'll make a
wonderful!
trip down to Santa Fe or Albuquerque and
Oh
visit.
yeah,
That'd be fun.
yes, absolutely. Let's
So
connect.
here's my favorite question, and then we'll close this off. And if you
All
have
right,
any website links or anything like that, but my favorite thing to ask is the big why. You know, Simon Sinek began to start with why or whatever his thing was. I'd like to know
sure.
why is it that you got into this? Why not? Why aren't you like a chiropractor or maybe a chef? Or why didn't you decide to like open up a chain of McDonald's?
Right,
Why are
right.
you doing what you're doing?
Yeah, yeah. I knew I was going to be a psychologist when I was 16 years old. I had a dream, and an old man who was giving a dream workshop in a monastery. Uh, he said, "Well, have you had any dreams lately, young man?" And we were talking outside the portals of the monastery late in the night, and I told him my dream, and he said, "My goodness, have you ever thought of being a psychologist?" And I said, "Well, I just read Carl Jung, Man and His Symbols, and I think I'm going to be a psychologist." And he said, "I think you have a calling." And I've never had that in doubt since.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and I help individuals journey through the underworld and find their way through life. Yes.
Well, that's pretty neat. Why you? Because so your why you're doing this is because that was your path, and you just
It
kind of.
was my path. It was my path. And I'm
Oh, how
happy.
nice to have like a little niche to follow. I've been
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
over the place with my life.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we're also different, it's, you have a lot of pan energy, I can tell. Yeah.
Yeah. One of
Bit of
my
the
favorite
Peter.
books was Living Without a Goal.
Okay. There you go. There you go. And that's your objective, huh?
Yes, there's so many different branches on this tree, and there's
Yes.
different fruit on each branch.
Absolutely.
So give us a website, and I will also put that on the videos and stuff so people can just click it rather than write it down and stuff. But if you want to express your websites and all that stuff, how to get a hold of you.
Sure. It's Paul DeBlassie III, because I'm Paul DeBlassie III. So it's all small case. Paul DeBlassie III. That's III, not the number three. So Paul DeBlassie III.com, and that's my website. And you can get in touch with me there. My email is there. The book's listed there. All contact information is there, and it'd be great to hear from you. On my Twitter handle is P DeBlassie III, and I'm listed right there. So I'd love to hear from you on Twitter, or you can get through on my website. It'd be wonderful. You can also check the Amazon page, The Unholy Paul DeBlassie III, and my Amazon page will come right up.
Got it. Well, Paul, appreciate you taking the time this morning. It's 11 here and must be 10 there.
Right, it is. Uh-huh.
Okay, it's only an hour. You've been awake for a while.
There we go.
Okay, so appreciate you taking the time, Paul. Again, this is Magic Brad with Synergy Café and the Synergy Collaborative. Thank you, Paul, for taking the time, and I will propagate this up to the powers that be. If you hang on, we'll have a little chat after this. But other than that, we're done. Peace out.
Peace.